ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ वनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। Om Maharshaya Namah. Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namah. Om Manoharaya Namah. Om Mahatmane Namah. Om Medavine Namah. Om Yadatmane Namah. Om Yajnakrite Namah. Om Lokaprasiddhaya Namah. Om Vagmine Namah. Om Vibhave Namah. Om Vinodapriyaya Namah. Om Vinayashilaya Namah. Om Vitaragaya Namah. Om Vedanta Vidyaya Namah. Om Shantaya Namah. Om Shanti Pradaya Namah. Om Shastrodharakaya Namah. Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shruti Paragaya Namah. Om Shrotriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Satchidanandaya Namah. Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadhave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Sukrute Namah. Om Swayam Jyotishe Namah. Om Sita Prajnaya Namah. Om Shamashilaya Namah. Om Jnana Murtaye Namah. Om Jnana Yogine Namah. Om Jnana Triptaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Thank you so much for, first of all, hosting this event within a short notice. I gave them only for 3 days, right? Thanks to her also. 2 days? Okay, 2 days. It's also good. Thanks for hosting in a short time. And this is the 69th name, 67th, yeah, 69th name, which is Bhaya-naashanaaya Namah. So we have completed 68 satsangs so far out of 108. This is to mark the 25th anniversary of Swami Chinmayananda's Samadhi, disappearance from this world, only to bless larger number of people. When a Mahatma lives in the body, he can only travel to certain extent and meet certain people only. But Mahatmas, when they take to Samadhi, where they physically disappear from this world, they become like Sarva Vyapaka. They become available for everyone, anytime, everywhere, to whoever it be. Just like the air is available for everyone and nobody can own air. Thank God. Otherwise, American air is not available for Russia. Chinese air is not available for India. Mahatmas are like sunlight. Where it is not available is where it is available for everyone, whoever wants to take it. Bhagavan Krishna also says that beautiful tejas that is there in the sunlight is my own presence. Yad aditya gadam tejaha jagat bhasayate akilam. That which sunlight is there, not meant for any particular person, not even human, for every being. Not even only living being, plant also. Every tree is enjoying in the basking in the light of the sun, and growth of the tree or the plant, the beautiful flowering, everything happens in the sunlight. That's why we welcome the spring. Tomorrow you have to adjust your time. Huh? Spring forward. That means, unfortunately, you have to lose 1 hour tonight. Right? So that means spring we welcome. Why we welcome spring? Why? The spring holidays. Because everywhere you see beautiful growth, where you may consider a particular plant as almost dead, as though have no leaves at all, especially in the East Coast. When you go there, all barren, all the trees are barren, no leaves at all. Suddenly you will find leaves coming out, and as though the whole life springs forth, and then the flowers and fruits. Mahatmas are like that. Vasantavalloka hitam charantaha. Vasantavat, like that of the spring, loka hitam charantaha. They only work for the benefit or for the joy of the world. So like the sunlight is owned by nobody, available to everyone, so also the Mahatmas. They live in this world not for any of their personal gains. They only constantly think about how to serve the people the maximum. That's why the motto of Chinmaya Mission also, maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. What we do in our life, minimum happiness to minimum people for minimum time. We always minimize our seva. What is for me is what we look for all the time. Mujhe kya hai? What is for me? What is for me? Stopping that, what is for others? We should ask that question. We must ask this question every day. What is that I am doing not for me every day? At least one act of seva. If we can take up that, then obviously the world will be a better place. Everyone is thinking about what is for me, and then obviously nobody is available for anybody. That others does not mean my children. That is not all women should have Swamiji. Every day, morning till evening, we are doing only for our children. Are we not doing seva? No. There is my children is there. There also my is there. Not anybody in particular. Seva means you should not decide whom to give or whom not to give. It's not like sunlight as I gave the example. Does it say only for him or not for her? Then it is not seva. Seva is where you don't ask the question to whom it goes. I give it to the world, let anybody and everybody be the recipient of it. That is seva. So that is the nature of a Mahatma. So we must emulate that quality in our life. It does not matter who is the recipient, but I will give. Swami Chinmayananda, Gurudev, whom we call as Gurudev, used to say, you give love to everyone. If they don't want, they will run away from you. But you don't stop. You keep giving. Giving more than what we take. In our pledge also we say that. Producing less than what we consume. Producing more than what we consume and giving less than more than what we take. You should give more than taking. So it is giving is there where the maximum love is. When you stop giving, you stop loving. So the Mahatmas live as an example to us. Bhagavan we cannot see, but Bhagavat Swarupa we can see in the Gurus, in the Mahatmas. Because Bhagavan we directly won't come and in contact with. Now we hear stories in the Bhagavatam and many other, but what is the proof that such a possibility is there? Like for example, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. It is said in our Shastras. But Ahimsa, non-violence, the moment when I say non-violence, the mind immediately goes to Gandhi, right? Why? Because he took that as a value and proved it is possible to even practice in today's world. In the same way, who is or what is the proof of bhakti? What is the proof of jnana? What is the proof of seva? That is all we find in a Mahatma. There may be one or two only in this world, but they demonstrate that what is said as the eternal value in the world or anywhere, not belong to any particular religion per se. Every religion talks about the same thing only. But fanatically we hold on to some ideal or idol and then we fight with each other. Every religion has got only one message to give. Love all, serve all, see one in everything. But when we fanatically think about only a particular form and we hold on to that and say that whoever believes in this are with me, others against me, then there is a problem. So when the Mahatmas or the scriptures talk about something, they demonstrate it. That's what we find in great people. And if at all when we get a company of such people who have this noble value of serving everybody, we are really blessed. Because it is not easy to see such people. And when the previous name that I took up today morning was Brahma Paraya Namaha. One who has kept the highest goal of life as Brahman, the supreme reality. Only when you have something higher as the goal of your life, you become fearless. Next, the topic that we are going to see is Bhaya-naashanaaya, one who destroys fear. Now, this is a very important topic, so to say, because we all know what fear is. Right? Nobody in this world, none of us don't know what is fear. If there is a snake coming down from this road, from that door, what will you do immediately? Welcome. Sit there. We run. Why do we run when we see a snake? Even if it is a harmless one whose fangs are removed. Do you ask that snake, "Arey, aapka fangs removed are kya nahi?" The moment we see that, we have that fear. Why? What are we afraid? Are we afraid of the snake? Or are we afraid of death? Or the pain caused by the biting of the snake leading to death? We are not afraid of the snake. We are afraid of death. Meaning we are in love with life. See, what we are afraid of is losing what we love. Correct or not? If somebody has decided to commit suicide, let's say kill oneself, decided. So such a person, when the snake comes, he will welcome. Why? Anyway, I want to die, come bite it. One person decided to commit suicide and he told his friend that I am planning to commit suicide. So what do I do? He said that put a rope from the ceiling and then hang yourself. That's the easiest thing. All the best. He gave him a rope, put him in a room and then went out. So that after some time, he opened the door, he was still sitting on the chair. Arey, what happened? Oh, it's very painful. Of course it is painful. What do you think? It is easy. So, when I have decided to die, then I don't mind, anything biting me to death or whatever. But if I am in love with my life, then anything that can endanger it or even threaten it, I am afraid. Is it not true? Fear factor. Now, I'll tell you one important thing, because there is a book in our Mananam series. One of the topic is fear. In that, I wrote an article on what is the complexity of the fear. First and foremost thing is that we all are inbuilt, have the psychosis or psychology of fear. And fear is necessary for every living being as a protection to life. See, if the living being does not have the fear of death, it will never try to protect itself. Every living being as an inbuilt mechanism of fearing for death, fearing of life, fear of life. Fear of life means fear of death, basically. And it's an inbuilt system. And why, when do we become fearless? We become fearless only when we do not have fear of death. Understood? Think about it. If I have something which I love, I am afraid of losing it. That's the first and foremost principle. Since I am in love with my own life, I am afraid of losing my life. And the present, no, he's getting bored, I think. You can go and... You're trying to go inside that doll and all those things. If you're getting bored, you go there and read something. So, if I have something with me which I love the most, I'm always afraid I will lose it. It may be a person, it may be an object, it may be a power or position, it may be health, it may be wealth, anything is possible. When do I become fearless about it? I can be fearless about it only when I can never lose it. You see? Some people are afraid of losing their hair also. Every time when they comb, so many things comes out. What is this? After some time, one will realize that there is nothing more to comb. Then there is no problem. Then are you afraid of losing hair? No, not at all. Why? I don't have it. A beggar is not afraid of losing his home. Why? He doesn't have a home. I'm not afraid of losing my presidentship. Why? I'm not a president. So what is the question of losing it? So if I have nothing, I have nothing to fear about. There is a great, I don't know whether this story I may be repeating it. In our Upanishad Ganga, you people are, you're in what, 11th? Right? So it's 9th graders, and now they are learning. So we are showing the Upanishad Ganga, in the next 4 years. So one of the story is that of a person, one king was there, and he was a great scholar as well, and he wrote on Sringara Shatakam, 100 verses on beauty, because he was a lover of beauty. He was a king, but he also loved composing poem, etc. Sringara Shatakam, he wrote 100 verses. He was also a great ruler, therefore, Niti Shatakam, 100 verses on Niti, policies, governance. Good king, and he had a very beautiful wife, his queen. But the queen was not so much, attached to him or loyal to him. She had another affair. And the king did not know about it. So one day, one Mahatma came to him and he said, I am giving you a mango and you will own it, but it will not stay with you. You will always give to someone whom you love the most. This Mahatma was brought to the king by the king's brother. And king's brother has noticed that the queen has this kind of an affair, and he didn't want to tell him directly. So he went to the Mahatma and said, I want the king to realize that his queen is not loyal to him, but I am afraid to tell him the truth. How do I go about it? Then the Mahatma said, I will do something about it. That's how they scheme. So you will give to a person whom you love the most. It will not stay with you. At once the king thought that obviously I have to give to my queen. So he went and then gave it to her. So, and he said, please eat it. She said, no, I'm not interested to eat it right now, but it's okay, I'll keep it. King said, okay. Then he forgot about that, he was busy with his things. The queen took it in her hand, but she couldn't eat because that very mango demanded that it should be given to somebody whom she loves. She gave to her lover, who is none other than the army chief. So the army chief took it in his hand, and he also said, I will eat later. When he came to meet her. He went home and he gave to, he was not as much loyal to the queen also. He gave to his wife. Not knowing the principle that it doesn't stay with that only the king knows, king and the Mahatma knows. He couldn't eat it. The moment he took it in his hand, no, I should give it to my wife. He gave to his wife. And his wife was not loyal to him. She gave it to a servant who was serving in her house. And the servant, he took it. And that servant, obviously when he took it, he loved his king so much. And he was not married. Thank God. So that servant came to the king next day. And he had that on a plate and uncovered. And then he came to him and said, Maharaj, I have something to give you. So king said, what is that you want to give me? Opened, the mango was sitting there. Who gave it to you? Now he realized. It's subtly he came to, it's a roundabout, but what did he realize? That this whole cheating is going on in the background. Who gave to whom? He went on finding out and then finally realized that his queen is not loyal. At once he renounced the kingdom as well as the queen. And because of his ability to write poetry, he wrote 100 verses on Vairagya. How to get Vairagya in your head? And he became a very famous person. His name is Bhartrahari. And he wrote in the 100 verses, one of the verses he says, Bhoge Rogavayam Kule Jutibayam Vitte Nripaladvayam Mane Dainyavayam. So he went on saying, where and all we have fear. Bhoge, whenever you enjoy any pleasure, there is always a bhaya for roga. Bhoge, roga. Whenever you overindulge in anything, there is a lurking possibility of disease and sickness waiting. Kule Juti Bayam. When you are too proud of your kula, your dynasty or clan, there is always somebody who will be in your own family who will be going astray. When you are very proud of your own strength, there is a possibility there will be an opponent. If you are very proud about your intelligence, there will be a scholar who will be challenging you. If you are proud of your physical beauty, then there will be old age or death. If you are proud of your wealth, there is IRS. Vitte Nripalat by me, that time itself, Vitte means in wealth, Nripalat. When the king's army or the king's tax thing, they will come there behind you. In all, so that finally says that Bhuvin Runam, in this world, in this Bhuvi, in this world, Runam, in all things there is fear. And only thing that is fearless is Vairagyameva Abhayam. When you get Vairagya here means when you come to see everything in the right light of knowing, then only there is no fear. So fear is there in everything. So what I am saying is, one aspect of fear is necessary for us to protect ourselves from any kind of danger. That is necessary. But most of our fears are baseless fears. And that's why people, many times we see them, I'm so worried about my son. So recently I was in Bombay there. Then one lady said, I asked her, you look very, concerned, very worried. What is it? Oh, I am not worried, Swamiji, I am only concerned. I said, these two words are remaining actually indicating the same thing only. You may put another word, but it is the same. What is the difference, I asked? What is the difference between worry and concern? That's a good question. I never thought about it. So worry is when you become helpless. Concern is helpful. I mean, you can help it out, but how to go about it? That I don't know. There is a solution, but how to go about it? I am concerned. Well, that is the only difference, worry and fear. So we were going towards the airport, then I asked that person who was driving, go a little fast. No, because it's almost time. I have to reach the airport. Swamiji, are you worried? No, I am concerned. If you go fast, I won't be worried. If you go slow, I'll be worried. The solution is there, but you are not undertaking the solution. If you go faster, then I will not be worried anymore. I am concerned. So fear is where we are unable to stop what is going to happen. So our Gurudev used to say, there are three things that are there which is there in our mind. One is called Shoka, second is Moha, third is Bhaya. Shoka, Moha, Bhaya. I'll explain this. Shoka means, as you all know, it's grief, sorrow. Sorrow is about what has already happened. Right? Whatever has already happened, you can't do anything about it, so you are very unhappy about it. Maybe you look at your own spouse, I should not have married this person. But what should I have done? Or I should not have taken this job. What did you do? I have already done it. I should not have come to this part of the world. I have done it already. So whatever has already happened on which you have no more control, you are only grieving about it. Right? So that is called grief or shoka. Moha is about what to do now. Confused about what to act on. Everything seems to be important to me, but I have to take up something and I have to leave something else. Happens to the children most of the time who are studying. There is a pressure from the fellow students or friends. Let us go for a movie. No, tomorrow I have to submit the paper. I cannot. So I am not sure, should I go for the movie or not? Should I be enjoying a company of my friends or I have to concentrate on myself? So delusion. Unclear thinking, that's called moha. Right? This is, shoka is about the past. Moha is about the present, and about the future is bhaya. Uncertainty, unsure, unclear, lack of clarity, inability to prioritize. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Nobody knows. Do you think your astrologer knows? Many people think that, I go to astrologer and he will tell me, and then I'll be. In fact, you go to them, more fear only created. Many people ask me this question, Swamiji, you read the hands? So I can read, but I don't understand what it is written there. Many times when they show, I said, first of all, clean the hand. It's dirty. So we go to an astrologer. It's interesting. The astrologer itself is in the roadside only. And he is going to tell you about your future. It's funny. And the very interesting thing is in India, a parrot deciding your future. That is the most horrible thing. The parrot is going to come and pick up some card, and that is where your future lies. So about the future is where our fear is all about. How long I live? Will I live healthy? What will happen if I live long and nobody is there around me? So all sort of fears. Anyway, the underlying principle is what? What we love, we do not want to lose. That's the underlying principle. So fear is about fear is about losing what we love. Now, anything that you did not have before and happen to own now will surely leave. Anything which was not there before, happen to come now, will be lost in due course of time. So the first principle of coming out of fear is, what is not yours, don't be afraid of it. What is not yours? Think about it. The house you are not born with that house. You bought the house. All relationships came. All relationships will end. Either you end it or they end it. One of them will happen. Correct? Oh, my girlfriend. Oh, my boyfriend. They were not there before. After some time they will not be there. I'm telling you. So, dear young boys and girls, don't be afraid of losing your girls and boyfriends. They will come and go. Don't be afraid. This does not mean I don't want any girlfriend or boyfriend or I don't want to marry. No, I'm not talking about that. But you should be strong enough to withstand even losing them. Don't become vulnerable to any of those things. See, when you are weak, the world becomes strong. You understand that? World is not strong. It becomes stronger only when you become weaker. It's like any disease will affect you only when your body has lost its immunity. If your immunity is strong, obviously no disease will come and hit you. Similarly, if your mind is strong, if your understanding is strong, nothing will really affect you. So, first principle is that what is not yours will be lost in time, due course of time. So, be ready for it. I'm not saying you should lose or you work on losing it. No. Be aware that what is not yours will not stay with you for long, including your own health, your own body. Body is given to you by your parents. You are born, meaning you are, as a soul, your body is given to you. And the one who has given to you has every right to take it away. Isn't it? Bhagavan has given this body to you through your parents. He has the right to take it away from you anytime. So when we realize that even this physical body whom I considered as real, this physical body whom I love the most, is also temporary only. Which means what? Death is certain. Do you think any choice you have? Do you have a choice to die or not to die? Can you decide not to die? Of course, you don't need to invite death. Nobody has a choice of that. I don't want to die. Have that wish and hope. Until you die, you will have to have that wish. So even this physical body, which please switch off the phone, sir. Even this physical body that I have is not mine. Not at all. It is given to me, it will be taken. Correct? Even your cell phone. Given to me for particular usage only. After that, absolutely. I'm sure you have already changed 3 phones by this time. iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 6, iPhone 10. Now another is coming. So anything that is borrowed from this world will be taken away by the world. Now this is one thing which when we hold on very, very clearly, we will not be afraid. Now you look at it. Some happiness, some happy events takes place in your life. Is it not that look back and think about it, how many happy events you have had in your life? Has it stayed? You may have an album picture of it, and when you open it, so nice, so So many people were there when I got married. I had a lot of hair also. People are also gone, hair is also gone. All those things were also there. Happy experiences, happy, pleasurable experience. All right, now it's all gone. So also unhappy events as well. So many unhappy events also taken place. That's also gone. So once we realize that, except my reality called Atman, Bhagavan in me, everything else is subject to coming and going. Agama apayino anityaha tan tidikshasva bharata. Krishna says, anything that is coming and going is anityaha. They are temporary only. Bear with that. Winter has come, winter is gone. Spring will come, spring will go. Summer will come, summer will go. Again winter will come, winter will go. Years will come, days will come, months will come. Age will come, youth will come, adulthood, everything comes and goes. So when we take back when we stand apart and watch things, we realize that nothing is ever permanent. This is not to become negative about life. This is not to become pessimistic about life. It is become realistic. So Vedanta talks to us about realistic view of things. Once we realize that, there is nothing to be afraid of. Only thing that we have to hold on to is what is ever permanent. And that ever permanent reality is only one, that is called Brahma Para. That's what in the previous. Brahma Mokkate Para. Isn't it? What is the song? Tell me.
Brahma Mokkate Para Brahma Mokkate.
And then?
Folk songs.
That I know. Afterwards, so the Mahatma sang that. Brahma Mokkate Para. That is only one. That is the only thing you have to hold on to. Anything else, come and go. Now, interesting thing is, we say day and night. Is it there true for the sun?
No.
Day and night is true for whom? Not for the sun. Isn't it? Seasons change, not for the sun. So when we go closer to the reality, all these things will be seen false. You realize that? When you come anything very close, you won't see it clearly. When you look at it at some distance, then you realize it better. When an object is very close, you will not see the wholeness of it. When you keep it at a distance, oh, this is what it is. Just as day and night are true only to the earth. When you go near the sun, if you don't go near the sun, but if you are the sun, is there a day or a night? No, it is not. Similarly, everything seems to be real, closer to us. When we keep a distance and look at it, you realize it's only temporary. So that is called maturity. When we grow to the next level of understanding, we become less afraid. That's why in Upanishad it is said, when you keep that reality away from you, meaning you stay far away from the truth, then there is fear. Edasmin udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. When I distance myself from my own reality, there is fear. Fear is caused by not abiding what is real. And I am holding on to what is not real. And when we are holding on to what is not real, there is always the fear of losing it. See, for example, if your doctor has said that to maintain your health, you must eat only these things. After some years, when you become 45, 50, then more restrictions come into your life. You eat this and don't eat this for your health. The doctor would say. So doctor is not going to monitor you all the time. So now it has become your own responsibility. But your habits are very not easy to give up. So once in a while you digress and go into eating what you feel like eating instead of what you're supposed to eat. But then if you don't stop it, if you continue to do that, then you will be afraid to go to the doctor. Some people say, I don't want to go to the doctor. Why? Because he will tell me something. He will tell you something. Yes, that is what is he going to do? Cook it up or what? You look at your blood report and say, hey, see your triglyceride gone, so up. It's all because of you, doctor? Oh, what do you mean? It is because of you are not taking care of what you are eating. Right? When I make a mistake, I should not blame the world. When I am not following the instruction, I should not blame the doctor or the food. You understand? The doctor is telling you, don't eat this, do this. In the same way, Mahatmas tell us what will make us come out of fear. Hold on to something permanent and do not hold on to what is temporary. If you hold on to what is temporary, fear is certain. So nobody is going to come and destroy your fear. The fear can be destroyed only by knowing and following what is true. And if you hold on to what is temporary, nobody can help it. And that's why when people say, oh, I lost this, oh, I am afraid, oh, I am unhappy, oh, I am sorrowful. This knowledge helps you to come out of such things. Everyone who has come into this world as a temporary visa only, no permanent residency is given to anybody, no green card, no what do you call that, no citizenship in this world. You may be a citizen of a country, but not citizen of this world. You know why? Because after some time you have to give up and go. Bhagavan has given only temporary visa to all of us. Stay for a while, after that you have to go. And those who know that, make the best use of their stay here. After that, chalo, काम हो गया, let me get ready to go. That's why Mahatmas, when they know that the death is round the corner, they become so happy. Thank God, now I have to go now. Why? My work is over. See, many of the great Mahatmas lived a very short period. Shankaracharya lived only 32 years. Vivekananda lived only 40 years. Many of the great people have finished their job. Okay, let me go. Are we ready? Swamiji, I have not even started. What are you asking this question? We are ready to go. Bag and baggage ready, packed up already. So, Mahatmas guide us to say that if you hold on to anything temporary, fear is unavoidable. So, therefore, from that misunderstanding and ignorance of holding on to temporary, move on to holding on to what is permanent. That permanent is Paramanand. Paramanand, supreme bliss. And the knowledge of that is only to show what we are not looking at it. It's not that the permanent, the supreme reality is away from us. We are away from it. When you stop thinking about it, or when you stop contemplating on that, it will look far away from you only. Now, you all learnt languages, right? English or whatever language. Now, if I am talking to you in English, you are not afraid because you can reply. Why? You know it. If I start talking to you, if everybody here is talking to me in French, then I feel uncomfortable here. Why I am feeling uncomfortable? Because I don't know what you are talking about. Similarly, when we are living in this world, when everybody is in their own small little world, we won't allow anybody else inside. Because we are in unfamiliar grounds. But a Mahatma is one who has realized all of them are in nature Brahman only. He is not afraid of anybody. Even if there is a lion in front of him, he is not afraid. There are Mahatmas who even lived with some wild animals. Even those animals are able to find calmness and peace in their presence. In our Ramayana and Mahabharata and many other places we see the rishis where they lived, wild animals were so friendly to each other. It's because Mahatma has understood that the same Paramatma who lives in me lives in me also. One person said, I was in front of a lion, just 5 feet away from me. It was standing right in front of me, looking at me with intense eyes, ready to pounce on me. And then I moved to the next cage. Now you see, I am not afraid of the lion because of what?
In the cage.
Of course, it is inside the cage, therefore I am not afraid. If only the cage was removed, will you stand there? What makes you fearless now?
Cage.
You are afraid of lion, but if it is inside the cage, you are not afraid. Because I know that I cannot be attacked. Either you are in the cage or it is in the one of them. If you are in the cage also, no problem. If that is in the cage also, no problem. Right? Now, presently, we are in this cage of this physical body. So, this cage itself is something that we are afraid of. This we will lose. So, we have to realize that, we have to realize that so long as we are in lovingly, dearfully holding on to this temporary bodily existence, there is always a fear of death. Now, that is the reason why Bhagavan Sri Shiva, when he started advising his students, he is called Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is one form of Shiva when he becomes a guru. And the Guru Dakshinamurti is one who is looking at the south while the students are looking at the north. In our tradition, even in Vastu Shastra, the south is considered as the abode of Yama, death. That's why even in our own here, local colloquial term is there, no? Oh, how is your business? It's all going south. What does it mean? Going south means down the drain, it is going wrong. So going south is always considered as going to the end of it, going south. So in our Vastu Shastra it is written, the south part of your home is the abode of Yama. That's why when you, I don't want to say. So, okay, if your house is facing south, you are not supposed to buy. The door should not be facing south. That's a belief. But Bhagavan Shiva is facing south. Which means what? I am not afraid. That Bhagavan Shiva is Mrityunjaya. That's why we have this tradition of chanting. What is that? Mrityunjaya mantra? Trayambagam yajamahe sugandim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandana mrityor mukshiyamamritaat. This is called Mrityunjaya mantra. Trayambagam, one who has 3 ambaga, meaning 3 eyes. Yajamahe, we worship. Sugandhim pushtivardhanam, one who has a sugandhi, one who is most fragrant. Pushtivardhanam, one who is giver of the pushti, one who increases our strength. What are you asking? Are you asking him to end our death? No. Even Mrityunjaya Bhagavan, Shiva, cannot stop you from dying. But how you want to leave the body is the one he is blessing is. Now, you see, one person was walking and he saw a tree. And it had mangoes, beautiful mangoes. And then he walked further, he saw a creeper which had this, what do you call that? Pumpkin. You see, right? You have seen the pumpkin creeper? And it was on the ground and it was weighing very heavy. So the creeper was almost like, tilting onto the ground with the fullness of this pumpkin. So he sat there and said to himself, somebody's phone. So he said to himself, what stupid creation is this? This very strong tree which is standing, if only it had this pumpkin, it would have withstood the weight. Poor creeper is unable to, take the weight of a pumpkin, while the huge tree, strong tree, it has little mangoes. Bhagavan is, I think, something wrong with his thinking. Thinking like that, he sat under the tree after the under the mango tree. One mango fell on his head. He realized. Bhagavan is really intelligent. Had it been a pumpkin, that was raw pumpkin, but think about it. He kept the big pumpkin for a creeper and the small mango on the tree. That's good. It's right thinker. Now, if you have seen this pumpkin, which is in the creeper, when it is become ripe, the way it detaches from that pumpkin, the creeper is very, very subtle. Tuck, one snap. Simple snap and it will detach. So, the mantra here says, Urvarukam. Urvarukam means pumpkin. Iva, like that. Bandhanat mukshiya. May I, in this world, get released from the bondage like that of the pumpkin getting released from that creeper. Subtle snap. Ma amrutat, and not from immortality. Let me get released from bondage, not from salvation. O Lord, I thus pray to you to make myself release from this worldly bondage so subtly and not from moksha. That is a prayer. So many times when people ask Swamiji, somebody is dying or somebody is on deathbed, what should be our mantra that we have to chant? This is the mantra you should give. Oh, by this that person will come out of death? No, he will die peacefully. It is not for not dying. Please don't even think that it is that they will escape from death. But death will become a smooth affair. Nobody can escape from death. But whether you want to die peacefully or die painfully, that's a choice that you have. So, Om Trembagam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityo Mukshiya. Please release me. Mamritaat. Not from the immortality. So what Upanishad says, one who has become fearless about death alone is ready for immortality. Now, the example that they give is, let us say I take a pot. In the pot there is space and outside also space. The space inside the pot is as vast as the outside space. But I am unable to see because of the structure of the pot. It appears that the pot space is conditioned by the pot structure. When does it become an extended space? When I break the pot. Then I see the space inside the pot becomes. But do I have to break the pot for that? Do I need to? Because even as the pot structure is there, still the space is endless, vast space only. Because I am looking from the standpoint of the pot, it looks small. In the same way, all of us are really immortal beings only. But when we look at it from the body standpoint, it looks like we are conditioned, limited entity. That's why Vivekananda, when he addressed in the Parliament of Religion, "O sons of immortality," this is how he addressed. "O Amrutasya Putraha." And unlike the Western tradition where he say, "Oh sinners," no, we are not sinners. We are not cursed people. We are misunderstanding ourselves to be the body, and therefore we think we are mortals. Whereas he declared to the world, "O sons of the immortality." The space in the pot is also vast space only. Let us say that I take a bucket and merge it into the water, a vast tank of water, and there is a water inside the bucket also, outside also. Is it not that water inside the bucket is also equally the big, vast water only? There is no difference at all. In the same way, even as we live in this physical body, we are the immortals. But we don't realize it because we are looking at only from the standpoint of the body. This is the knowledge Mahatmas give. Never ever think that you are a mortal. Body dies, you don't. Gurudev will say, everybody dies, nobody dies. Every body dies, but nobody dies. So when we realize that immortal nature, then there is no fear. When we hold on to what is permanent, we are not afraid of our temporary existence. So the only way to come out of Bhaya is to know that we are not subject to death. Abhayam pradishtam vindate. Jnanam is that which will establish the fearlessness. Therefore, those people, Mahatmas, our Gurudev was such an exalted one, who gave us that knowledge of the highest truth, thereby removed fear from us. Therefore, we worship him as Bhaya-naashanaaya Namah. Salutation to the one who has destroyed the fear. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyid dukkha bhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo